What is up, everybody? It's Will vs. Steve today, and we got more bad news for Sony's side of things in the gaming space. Apparently, after their terrible showcase, the terrible state of play event, they are giving you a bigger drought for more gaming events. They're gonna skip Gamescom 2024. Pretty sure Xbox is gonna be there. So it's just shocking how PlayStation don't think they don't gotta do these events anymore. Once again, you had a terrible showcase very recently. Nintendo and Xbox both delivered for their showcases, their respective showcases. PlayStation was nowhere to be found. They released one game that got the people hyped, Astrobot. Other than that, it was just like a whole bunch of multiplats that people play on their different other platforms. So it's just very telling how Sony just has nothing. But they are the so-called leaders in the console market space when they have nothing. It's just ridiculous. So they're going to skip another event. They're not going to show you anything. Leave their fans wondering, like, what's next. It's just a sad state over there at PlayStation. But, you know, they sell 50 million plus consoles and people are happy. It's just ridiculous. Once again, Sony is just a bummer. Sony gives you no good news, just more bummer news on a consistent basis. Let's see what people have to say about this. LMFAO, literally nothing to show, and it kind of debunks the whole like secret showcase that people were claiming, like, hey, you shouldn't judge the Sony state of play because they they got another showcase coming in the future. Well, another one bites the dust. This showcase is gonna be non-existent because Gamescom, they're not gonna show anything there. So where's the secret showcase at? No one knows. They'll keep on skipping every opportunity to generate excitement. That have been their strategy for 3 years now. Okay. There could be two reasons. They want to do something themselves, like a full-fledged showcase. That's that super secret showcase people keep talking about. That seems like a massive just hopium from PlayStation fans. Like there's a super secret showcase that only they know about because they believe Sony just really doesn't have it. I think Sony has nothing, but they believe that Sony has something, a magic coming. They have some amazing stuff coming. I think they have nothing, but I think they just really just have nothing right now. They are suffering from a drought. I think that's most likely what's going on. When you have nothing to show, don't show up is not that deep. Are we getting a showcase from Sony this year at all? I don't think so. I don't think they have anything. It is kind of sad and funny at the same time. They really just have nothing. And the PS5 Pro announcement is going to be like this year, like insiders said, are getting pushed until 2025. Okay. Sony, first time. They've been taking a lot of. Sony has been taking a lot of L's. Where has this guy been at? Sony has been taking nothing but L's. Sony skipping event they haven't attended for 5 years. Nobody is shocked. Really? Are we not justifying it now? Why you don't have to attend? Why you don't have to attend these events now? The damage control is just insane. Like really, people are now just saying, "Hey, it's fine because they haven't attended the other ones. Why should they attend this one?" Well, that's just pathetic. Another person says they might have their own showcase. I doubt it. I'm starting to think people are just coping right now. Like, two people can't be saying they got their own showcase. I think this copium. Sony is lame nowadays. I agree. They are very lame this generation. Sony had better put in an amazing showcase this year. They don't have any excuses otherwise. And if they don't, what are you going to do? The people still going to buy their stuff. Like, I don't think they really have any incentive to do a great showcase. It's like you're still going to buy their stuff. They could announce The Last of Us Part 2, remake, remastered edition, super version, and you're still going to buy it. Like, they don't have to try it all. They really don't. And people are still going to line up in droves to buy their stuff, so. Possibly because they may still have a showcase come later this year, and that's also why the state of play was lacking. Hoping. Yeah. They got this super secret showcase coming up. Nothing to show and all quiet on the media front. Shocked. Yeah, how is the media just not blasting Sony right now? Like, why are they not doing anything? Like, why do they have no games? If this was Xbox, we wouldn't hear the end of it because it's PlayStation. You know, it's status quo. Why they don't have any events coming up and why their last event was terrible. It's just business as usual. It's because PS5 has no games, no games. Simple. They don't have any games. Why bother? And Xbox might be having a part 2 of a showcase at Gamescom. Yeah, even after the amazing showcase that Xbox has, Xbox can still show more, which is crazy. They didn't even show all the announcements they got for coming out in the very recent years, the stuff they got coming out. So it's just a tale of two different companies, and it's sad that the company who's doing the most for gaming isn't getting really the recognition because so many people got some type of nostalgic attachment to PlayStation, when PlayStation isn't really doing anything right now but giving you a big focus on like kiddie games. They give you a Lego Horizon game and an Astropod game. it's just wow. It's just wow at this point in time. After not turning for 4 years, this is no surprise. People just defending this decision for them just not completely being absent from one of the biggest showcases of the year. PlayStation showed good games for State of Play and will show other good games for PlayStation Showcase. Okay. Nothing to show. What's the point of a PS5 Pro? The PS5 Pro is so that you can play GTA 6 at a better resolution than the Xbox version. Because we know they're leaning heavy on GTA 6 to sell those PS5 Pros. Because Sony don't got no first party games coming out, so they gotta get people to buy those. They gotta get people to buy those PS5 Pros at GTA 6. I wouldn't be surprised they have a marketing deal with that GTA 6 too. And they got the Pro like right next to the game in the commercial. I wouldn't be surprised they do that. There better be a great showcase in September. I would say they're not, but I kind of hope they do. Like, I know this is hoping from these Sony guys, but I kind of hope they do because it's looking bad out here. It's looking super dry. It's like a desert out here for content from PlayStation. It's looking sad out here. They have nothing to show. Zero. They've invested money and time with the 12 live service games. 1 release, 1 is already getting hate before release, and 10 canceled. Of course, PlayStation has no games. We put it like that. That is kind of sad because they did put a big focus on live service games. 1 release, which I'm assuming some of Foam Stars. That game flopped. They're about to release Concord, and that game's already getting a lot of hate. So they got 10 more other ones, which I don't know if they're being canceled, but that's definitely not a good shape right now for these live service games. Definitely not up to a good start with these. PS5 fanboys the last few years. I would want to say these guys will discuss it, but they still support Sony more than ever. They have not been wavered on PlayStation decisions. A lack of games coming out. Okay, I'm a PlayStation gamer, but this is just unacceptable. I don't know who Sony thinks they are, acting all complacent for the past year or so, but with Xbox's showcase a few weeks ago, they need to stop with all this silence because Microsoft got a fire lit under them. PlayStation don't think they gotta compete. I guess they don't think they really have to do anything, which is sad. Why is everyone shocked to announce that they will have a bleak 24? It won't pick up till mid to end 25, going 26. People keep making false expectations. Xbox better take advantage. I agree. Xbox should take advantage of Sony just being so lackadaisical with this time period. They should take advantage of this, to be honest. So we might see that Call of Duty make a change, especially that being on Game Pass. They should definitely take advantage of this. Another Sony L. I agree. Sony is trash. Is Sony still in the gaming business? It doesn't seem like it, right? They're more focused on making these TV shows than anything. Or movies. These failed movies and TV. Well, their TV shows have been doing good. Their movies have been flopping. These fools are slacking. They had a great year of releases, but you got to keep the momentum going. Them getting rid of all those studios is really starting to show. The curse of no games lingers still. They fired almost all of their devs and the directors hanging out here pretending to work like Kojima and Barlog. PlayStation has no games to show. Sony don't give a F no more. I'm sorry, I'm kind of thinking that too. They just don't care. Especially when you see how bold their fanboys are, their zealots are. They just be bragging about their fanboys are definitely gassing them up because Sony could not release anything and their fanboys will still support them in droves. Like, this is crazy. Like, when they started being happy about those Uncharted remasters and those, not Uncharted, those Last of Us remakes and remasters, they started championing they pay $70 full price for just the same game over again with barely any difference. I knew it was a wrap since then. They don't gotta try anymore. Not an issue, they skipped this whole console generation. Sony PlayStation 2024 is fire. Y'all got any fun? Nope. What does this say? Oh, man. Yeah, Xbox should definitely dominate the conversation at Gamescom, too, like how they did the Summer's Game Fest. Keep capitalizing on it. Keep capitalizing. Sony is just not doing anything. Take advantage of the situation. That's all I can say. It's just sad how this game is... Well, it's sad for Sony and their fans because Xbox and Nintendo have been killing it. Sony is just like the odd man out. They don't feel like they gotta show anything. They could be silent as possible. And their fans will still eat it up. So I'm gonna conclude it right here. Sony is skipping Gamescom. It's just ridiculous. Some of their fans are defending this nonsense. I think it's unacceptable. But definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like this video. Always thanks for watching and peace.